Breaking news. Welcome to LI News. I'm your anchor, Basil. Today's web report brings you a specific Spidey menace swinging into our midst. Straight from the desk of J. Jonah Jameson, we have an update on a tightly clothed captor of captivating kids. No, not the Russian, this one's French. Amélie Lacroix has allegedly been cited in the aftermath of yet another masterfully executed execution of affluent executors. While the victims' identities are presently withheld with respect to their families, the suspect remains at large. Known aliases for the suspect begin and end with codename Widowmaker. Suspect is approximately 33 years old, stands at 5'9" in full tactical gear, and is racially profiled as blue. Previous documentation has determined that this is a relatively recent change in pigment, potentially brought on by her training with terrorist organization Talon. Widowmaker is under international investigation for charges of murder, mass murder, accomplice to murder, biological weapons abuse, camping, and terrorism. She is confirmed to be a masterclass sniper, vertical terrain navigator, and ballerina. While she typically wears tight-fitting Technicolor bodysuits, she's a master of disguise and has also been allegedly cited in orchestral conductor's clothing and frilly tutus, furthering the allegations of this bewitching ballet barbarism. If you cannot recognize her based on this description, keep a close eye out for her multi-lens tactical goggles. The set of 8 optics should reveal Lacroix for the October threat she truly is. She has been cited to carry a custom assault rifle which can switch between semi-automatic and fully automatic modes, as well as a poisonous gas mine, which can be launched at a distance. Her grappling hook allows her to scale above and beyond usual vantage points as well. While she threatens the innocent from a distance, she is able to supercharge her sniper shots with sustained aim. It uses 3 times as much ammunition as the standard firing mechanism, but the damage cannot be overstated for a 30-round magazine. For those curious about the suspect's origins and intent, we now take you to the archives. Amélie was once an avid proponent of Overwatch. She was both a member herself and wed to anti-Talon specialist Gerard Lacroix. Amélie was captured in a Talon plot to infiltrate Overwatch and cripple it from within. Upon the end of her hostage situation, she was ultimately returned to an unsuspecting organization that put her right back into active duty. While the day-to-day grind remained ultimately unimpacted, one evening, Amélie let loose her tactical training and her newfound neural conditioning. She killed her husband in his sleep. Following the assassination of anti-Talon specialist Gerard Lacroix, Amélie voluntarily returned to Talon to complete her training. She underwent experimental medical procedures in addition to the finishing touches of her brainwashing. Her blood slowed and her heart grew cold. It was then that she had forsaken what remained of her lifetime vows. She no longer fought for peace and the betterment of mankind. Amélie returned to the world as Widowmaker, as ruthless a killing machine as the Omnic menace of yesteryear. Now an enemy combatant, the story was just waiting to break. Upon the discovery of Gerard Lacroix's remains, Overwatch feared Amélie had met an equally grisly fate, or had been recaptured at the very least. Their best efforts to find her whereabouts were fruitless, until they engaged a heavily armed Talon cell. Overwatch operatives Morrison and Amari, Widowmaker's former allies, had yet to acquire the intel regarding Amélie's fate. In a shocking twist of events, Amari and Widowmaker ended up in a sniper duel. While ground forces engaged in a wild firefight, Amari had only just discovered the connection between Widowmaker and Amélie when she found herself locked in hostile crosshairs. Widowmaker's tactical headgear had been damaged and partially revealed her face. Amari, fearing she'd seen a late friend return from the dead, hesitated. Widowmaker had no such compunctions, turning a gun on a colleague and friend. Amari was pronounced dead following the engagement, taking a round straight to the head, but the operation's contents remained classified to this day. It was allegedly a hostage recovery mission. Tangentially, investigations are currently open on Anna Amari's possible vigilante return, but information remains sparse as her lone surviving daughter, Fariha Amari, refuses to comment. Another operative fleeing the Reaper and back from the reportedly dead? Widowmaker, however, remains at large. Her assassination of Takatha Mandata continues to shake the Omnic community to this day, and all peaceful endeavors to resolve world conflict inspire us to echo his words of mercy and forgiveness. Questions are continuing to pile up as we bring you the story from Volskaya Industries. While means of infiltration are not disclosed, a Russian facility run by Katya Volskaya suffered security complications recently. Katya refused formal comment, but our private correspondents claim she remains steadfast and does not fear for her safety, with a new friend watching out for her. Contrary to the majority of crime scenes attributed to Widowmaker, there were no untapped venom mines pulled from the scene, nor any high heel prints left on rooftops. The lack of a precise long-range kill was cemented with Katya's unscathed appearance hours after the incident. but anonymous guards speaking to us were thoroughly perplexed by a grappling hook zipping past them, with a shapely purple posterior in tow. No one could rightly grimace at such a delightful surprise in the midst of a lethal situation. Short of it ending up, the assassin escaped amidst the thick snowfall. If you'd like to stay abreast of any further Widowmaker developments or other combatants in the ongoing Overwatch battles, stay tuned for further vigilante analytics on LI News. This breaking story was brought to you by our team of esteemed anchors at LI, and today's sponsor and contributing editor, Vita. If you want to be kept up to date with the heroes of Overwatch, be sure to follow our coverage to get the latest info first. Please subscribe to be notified as soon as news breaks, and if you like LI coverage, we encourage you to share it. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to join us as we continue to watch our Overwatchers.